which merit at first sight UK 2025 couples are still together. Most of the couples have split since the 2025 series aired. Finding long-lasting love on E4's Married at First Sight UK is rare, but it does happen. Only one couple has stayed together this series, as one split during final vows and 3 have said their goodbyes after the cameras stopped rolling. Yahoo UK understands the Married at First Sight couples are currently filming the second reunion in London, which is likely to air early in February 2026. The first reunion, filmed 8 weeks after the show wrapped, aired on E4 on Thursday and Friday, where one couple announced their split. All the MAFS UK couple from the 2024 series had broken up by the time the 6-month reunion filming had come around, including the strongest pair, Lacey and Nathan. The strongest couples in this year's experiment were ABI and John, Rebecca and Bailey, as well as Davida and Key. Laisha and Reese, plus Leah and Lee, also made it to the final vows. Which couples are still together and which have split up? ABI and John confirmed they are together. Later rivals ABI and John have declared they are still together. They had left a few clues, including the fact they still followed each other. They glided through the experiment with what seemed to be no problems. There were no signs of arguments or fiery conversations, only words of love and affection. They had the most predictable ending on the show, leaving as partners after their vow renewal after it aired. ABI wrote, "The I became we, the future became us, and my heart became yours. Love only comes once in a lifetime, and for my entire life I have been waiting for it, and little did I know, for you." This is the start of our love story, with many more chapters to write, leading into the most beautiful story of all, a life with you. John also wrote, "Was there ever any doubt that we would say yes at final vows? I remember writing my vows and feeling so chuffed knowing who I was writing to this time around. The first time I'd written vows, I was just hoping I'd been matched correctly. This time, I was writing them to at Abigail_L1NDSA, my beautiful wife." The experiment came to the most loving end for us, and we both hoped real life would cement what we'd started. The marriages on MAFS are not legally binding. Rebecca and Bailey split up. Rebecca and Bailey have gone their separate ways after the experiment. Despite trying to make it work on the outside, they called it quits on their romance. In a cryptic post, Rebecca wrote on Instagram, "To answer all the questions. Yes, he fumbled." Bailey shared his heartbreak at their relationship ending. He wrote on Instagram, "We tried our best to navigate life after the experiment, and although we spent a lot of great time together on the outside, unfortunately the relationship came to an end. I still have a lot of love for Beck, and I'm grateful for the amazing relationship we shared. I had fallen for Beck completely, and it really was a true love story." He added, "I won't lie. Watching us fall in love all over again on screen has been ridiculously hard to go through, and it's something I'm still struggling with now. But I wouldn't have changed any of it." Sadly, I also have to address the various different false online allegations constantly being spread about me since the start of MAFS, which have been hard to deal with. I want to make it very clear, I never cheated on Beck at any point. I didn't handle our breakup well, and for that I'm truly sorry to Beck. But I was completely loyal the whole way through our relationship. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be, and I take responsibility for my part in why the relationship didn't work. Making the decision to end things was heartbreaking and not a decision that I took lightly. I'm still heartbroken, but I wish Beck all the best, and I always will. The couple had said yes to love in the MAFS vow renewals, but there was a question mark over where to live outside of the experiment. In Liverpool, the bride had a beautiful home surrounded by her family and had built her business with loyal customers. In Brighton, the groom had his daughter, Blue, with his ex-partner, Lulu. Two equally important situations. However, Beck ruled out that the distance wasn't the reason they split up. She wrote on Instagram stories, "We filmed the reunion in June and we split the month after, when we were away for the weekend at a festival with some of the other cast members. The breakup completely broke me. I won't drag Bailey's name through the mud, but there is no chance of us getting back together." She also set the record straight that her mum didn't have anything to do with the split either. The pair appeared to be the worst matched couple on the wedding day at first, only that quickly changed when romance blossomed on their honeymoon. They became one of the strongest couples in the MAFS experiment. After the vow renewal, Rebecca wrote, "The experience that changed my life forever." I said yes. Bailey wrote, "Well, that was emotional to say the least. The perfect way to wrap up our experience and take our first steps outside of the bubble, together. From a wedding day where it looked like we might not make it 10 minutes, to 10 weeks later our biggest worry being how we'd manage living miles apart. Who would have thought it? I came in with my heart on my sleeve and loved every minute of our journey." They even made it to the reunion as a couple where Rebecca even hinted that a move to Hove could be on the cards for her, and Bailey got excited about starting a family together. One big sign they were no longer together was that they do not follow each other on Instagram. Before the big reveal, Rebecca spoke about the difficulty of keeping it a secret. Asked about keeping her relationship status under wraps, Rebecca told Yahoo UK, "It's so hard. I have people stop me in the supermarket and talk about MAFS, and then they ask me, and people will comment saying she's not wearing a ring. I don't wear any rings at all, except when going out. Obviously, I work in a clinic, so I can never have rings on. People always try to pick it apart and go, well, this might be happening, so she's with him or she's not with him, and we can't say either way. I think that's fun for everyone because everyone gets to go through it in real time with us as the show goes on. But it is hard to navigate because we've obviously come back from the show earlier in the year and carried on with our lives. Some people are together. Some people are not together. So it has been really strange to navigate even before the show started airing, and even more difficult now because there are so many eyes on us. Davide and Key broke up and don't follow each other. Davide and Key have revealed their TV marriage is over. They split up over Key going on dating app Grindr to speak to strangers, with Davide saying it broke his trust. In a lengthy message, Davide wrote on Instagram, "In light of mine and Key's relationship status being shared, I just wanted to speak on the situation personally. My time on MAFS was honestly one of the most life-changing experiences of my life. From the start, I showed up as my true self. I was vulnerable, open, and completely genuine. I went into the experiment with an open heart and a real hope of finding love, and I did. Before the experiment, I had already done a lot of work on myself, especially around my boundaries and trust. Trust has always been one of my biggest boundaries, and I came into this experience knowing it was something I would never,